First on the list is Shepard Smith. He serves as both the host of the Fox News program Shepard Smith Reporting and the managing editor of the network's breaking news division. Shepard Smith is presently making $10 million a year and has a net worth of $25 million. Smith was ranked as the second most dependable news anchor in a 2003 TV Guide survey, after Peter Jennings and Dan Rather. Mississippi was the place of Smith's 1964 birth. In addition to working in local television and radio news in Florida, he studied journalism at the University of Mississippi. In Los Angeles, he was employed as a current affair journalist for Fox News. Smith reported on major stories for Fox News, such as the death of Princess Diana, the Florida election issue, and Hurricane Katrina's aftermath. Before serving as the anchor of his current news program, Smith presented Studio B and Fox Report with Shepard Smith. Smith is separated and doesn't have any children. Megyn Kelly is one of the highest paid journalists in the field. Although her net worth is $30 million, it might increase after this year. According to reports, Megyn Kelly agreed to an $18 million contract with NBC. Kelly was born in 1970 in Illinois. She graduated from Syracuse University with a master's in communication and Albany University with a law degree. She had a job as an associate at a Chicago legal company before deciding to become a journalist. For the first time, Kelly set off to work as a reporter for an ABC affiliate in Washington, D.C., in 2003. The next year, she began working for Fox News. Legal portions on Special Report with Brit Hume and the Bill O'Reilly Factor included contributions from Megyn Kelly, the co-anchor of ABC's Good Morning America. George Stephanopoulos has a net worth of $35 million and makes $9 million annually. For ABC World News Tonight, he serves as a regional sub-anchor. Born in Massachusetts in 1961, Stephanopoulos was raised in Cleveland, Ohio. He was a sports announcer for the university radio station while attending Columbia University to study political science. Stephanopoulos also holds a master's degree in theology and was a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford University. In 1988, he supported Michael Dukakis' bid for president before joining the Democratic Party as an advisor. Stephanopoulos served as the director of White House communications under President Bill Clinton. In addition, he served as the Council on Foreign Policy senior advisor for policy and strategy. From 2002 through 2009, Stephanopoulos presided over ABC This Week. Among female news anchors, Robin Roberts is the richest. She is a co-anchor of ABC's Good Morning America, where she makes $18 million a year and has a net worth of $35 million. Roberts was raised in Mississippi but was actually born in Alabama. While attending Southern Louisiana University, she played basketball and tennis in high school. On local radio shows and newscasts, Roberts anchored sports stories. As a sportscaster, she joined ESPN in 1990. She joined Good Morning America after leaving ESPN in 2005. And she contributed to the ratings increase of the program. In 2012 and 2007, respectively, Roberts's myelodysplastic syndrome and breast cancer forced her to take time off. For Good Morning America, she boldly provided updates on her treatment and recovery. Brian Williams. Brian Williams has a total net worth of $50 million. Currently, MSNBC's cable news division is led by Brian Williams as its chief anchor. Every evening, he serves as the host of the news station's The 11th Hour with Brian Williams. In the 10 years from 2004 to 2014, Williams served as managing editor and anchor of NBC Nightly News. When it was discovered that Williams had made up tales concerning his 2003 coverage of the Iraq War, NBC fired him. Williams was born in 1959 in New Jersey. His academic pursuits took him to the Catholic University of America and George Washington University. Before beginning his career with NBC in 1993, he held radio news positions in Philadelphia, Kansas, and Washington, D.C. He gave his service as the station's chief White House correspondent. Before taking over as anchor in 2004, Williams served as Tom Brokaw's stand-in on NBC Nightly News. Williams and his wife of 30 years reside in Connecticut. In Girls on HBO, their daughter Allison plays the lead role. Their son works as a sports anchor in New York City. Bill O'Reilly. Fox's conservative political analyst Bill O'Reilly has a net worth $50 million. He received $20 million annually for his Fox television program The O'Reilly Factor, which ran from 1996 till the present. It was recently disclosed that O'Reilly paid $32 million to resolve one of several sexual harassment claims. O'Reilly's future as a journalist is as of yet uncertain. In his early years, Bill O'Reilly worked as a news reporter for regional television stations as well as for ABC and NBC News. The entertainment program Inside Edition was presented by O'Reilly from 1989 until 1995. For 16 years, the top-rated cable news program was The O'Reilly Factor. From 1996 through 2011, O'Reilly and Maureen McPhilmy were married. They got 2 kids, a daughter and a boy. Matt Lauer credit image, MassLive.com. The total wealth of Matt Lauer is $60 million. The co-anchor of NBC's Today Show makes $23 million annually. In 1957, Matt Lauer was born in New York City, and he attended Ohio University to study communication and media arts. In Huntington, West Virginia, he started out in the media as a producer of the neighborhood newscast. He served as the host of programs in Richmond, Boston, Philadelphia, and Providence. He co-hosted Made in New York with Jill Rappaport, worked for ESPN, and co-hosted Today in New York with Jane Hansen. In 1994, he started reading the news on Today. And in 1997, he took Bryant Gumbel's position as co-anchor of the morning newscast. Lauer was acclaimed for his nerve-wracking interviews, intellect, and good looks when he was named the Today Show's full-time male co-host. In addition to hosting the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Matt Lauer also represents NBC as an Olympic reporter. Lauer also contributes to the Dateline news program on NBC once a week. We are now unable to determine how much Lauer is worth in light of the controversy surrounding him, his divorce, and his termination from NBC. The richest female journalist and one of the biggest anchors in the world is Diane Sawyer. She has had a great and consistent career. She has a $80 million net worth. In 1945, Diane was born in Kentucky. She took home the title of America's Junior Miss Scholarship in 1963. Following her graduation from Wellesley College in Massachusetts, she enrolled in the University of Louisville's law school, but later left to pursue a career in journalism. Sawyer began working as a correspondent for CBS News in 1978. Within a few years, Sawyer co-anchored the CBS Early Morning News. In 1984, she became the show's first female correspondent. In 1989, she joined ABC News to co-anchor Primetime Live with Sam Donaldson. From 1998 to 2000, she co-anchored 20/20. Sawyer started working with Charles Gibson as co-anchor of Good Morning America the previous year. 2009 witnessed Sawyer start as the ABC World News anchor. Since 2014, Diane Sawyer has performed illustrious interviews and specials for ABC. She is married to Mike Nichols, an actor, director, and producer. She launched her media career as a weather forecaster for the nearby Louisville television station. She relocated to Washington, D.C., where she was hired to work as Jerry Warren's assistant. Warren was the deputy press secretary for the White House. After President Richard Nixon's resignation, she assisted the Nixon-Ford transition team. The second wealthiest news anchor is Sean Hannity. His annual salary as an anchor and political pundit for the Fox News Channel from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays and as the host of the radio program. The Sean Hannity Show is $29 million. Sean Hannity's net worth is $80 million. In 1961, Hannity was born in New York City. Hannity held a chat program for the campus radio station at the University of California, Santa Barbara. Before being hired by Fox News Channel to co-host the Point Counterpoint program, Hannity and Comels with Alan Combs, he worked in news in Alabama and Atlanta. Hannity is well known for his conspiracy theories, which have included voter fraud, a cover-up of the AIDS epidemic, the question of President Barack Obama's birth, and the email scandal involving Hillary Rodham Clinton. The most well-known aspect of Sean Hannity's work is his current support of President Donald Trump. Jill Rhodes is the spouse of Hannity. Their home is on Long Island, New York, and they have 2 kids. As a news anchor, Anderson Cooper is the wealthiest and probably world's best anchor. Now, his net worth is $200 million net. Being the son of an heiress helps. Of course. Gloria Vanderbilt, who is an heiress and fashion designer, is Cooper's mother. Conversely, Cooper did not have a golden childhood. In 1967, Anderson Cooper was conceived in New York City. In 1978, during open-heart surgery, his father passed away from a heart attack. In 1988, his older brother committed suicide. Anderson became motivated. Anderson worked as a young model for Ford's, working with Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, and Macy's before deciding to pursue journalism. He attended Yale University and worked as a CIA intern. He worked as a fact-checker while spending a year in Vietnam. Anderson started working for ABC as a news journalist in 1995. Then in 2001 he started working for CNN. In 2003, he launched Anderson Cooper 360 Degrees, a nightly news program. He covers political topics and travels to the scene of breaking events. From 2011 to 2013, he held a syndicated radio show. Cooper worked as a 60 Minutes correspondent as well. Anderson Live was presented by Anderson Cooper in 2010.